Yes, yes, y'all. And it won't stop. Reggie B, aka the Growth Advocate, coming at you on the last Monday of the month of June. And we know what that means. Like we always do about this time, going live every single last Monday of the month. We about to get it in, y'all. And in this video, I want to talk about our progress. How are we doing in the year 2025? How are we really doing? And I want to ask the question because we are nearing the second quarter. We about to get out of the first quarter. We are nearing the second quarter. The second quarter is coming up in like a few hours, right? What is it? 6 o'clock Central Time. So we got a few hours. We got a few hours. We got about 5-6 hours until we enter the second quarter of the 2025. We are leaving the first quarter of the quarter of a century, if that makes any sense. We're at a quarter of a century, just in case you realize it or not. We are a quarter into the quarter century. We are a quarter into the year 2025. I just realized that myself, you feel me? But let's talk about it, y'all. Let's track our progress. It's time for us to do some self-inventory. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good time to do self-inventory on ourselves, see how we progressing, see how we doing, especially right now as we transition from the first quarter to the second quarter. This is a perfect time to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So how are y'all doing? That's the question I want to ask you. How are you doing this wonderful year of 2025? And I say this is a wonderful year because I was watching some of y'all. And I want to remind you, I was watching some of y'all because at the end of 2024, going into 2025, I was watching y'all. I was hearing people, I was seeing people post on social media. 2025 is going to be my year. Everything is going to work out for me. Everything is going to fall into place. Year 2025, this is my year. So how are we doing? Seriously, how are we really doing? For the people in the back, in the middle, in the front, for those who have set New Year's resolutions, are you sticking and staying? Are we still doing what we need to do? Are you still going to the gym? Are you still eating right? That vision board that you created at the beginning of the year, is it still lining up for you? Is it still relevant? Seriously, how are we doing? Are we doing great? If we're doing great, that's amazing. If we could be doing better, that's okay. Keep going. If you have fallen off, we need to rise and we need to get back up. Some of us are doing great, and that's a good thing. Keep it up. Keep on going. Keep on flowing. You feel me? Although we're doing great, we could always be doing better. So keep up the great work. Keep on doing what you're doing. If you're doing great, you may have accomplished some goals already. Great. You may not have accomplished some goals, but you know what? You're on your way. You're getting this close, and that's great as well. If we're doing good, that's amazing. Keep up the good work. Keep on going. Let's get it. We're doing good, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better. We're sticking and staying with our goals. So keep going. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. If we're not doing so good, if we could be doing better, if 2025 is not the year that you envision for yourself, it's okay. If you've fallen off, that's okay. If you had certain New Year's resolutions or if you had certain goals that you set for yourself and you stopped the pursuit, maybe, life is life. And I think that's what the youngsters say. Life is life and life is catching up with us. Yeah, there were some things I wanted to do. I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, but I've had some things that happened in my life. Believe me, I know. I've had some things that happened in my life as well, right? I'm like, just to get personal real quick. I'm gonna try not to dwell on it too much, but I've lost some people in the year 2025. Yes, I've lost some people, man. Some people that went to go be with the Lord, right? And I was talking to one of my coworkers, man, and I'm looking at my situation in regards to losing people. Um, and our elders back in the day, they used to say that death comes in threes. And that's something that I'm dealing with right now. I mean, like right now. I've gone to a couple of funerals so far in the year 2023, specifically this month. So I understand that life happens. We go to the gym, we eat right. We're trying to stick and stay with our vision board. We're starting a business. We want to do more in the community. We want to work on our spiritual growth. Speaking of that, God is testing us. God is testing us to see how faithful we are. God is testing us to see how serious we are. So while we have our sights set on these goals, on these tasks, on our New Year's resolutions, you are in the midst of a test as well. And while you're in the midst of this test, it is to see how serious that you really are about what you want to do, about the prosperity you want to gain, about succeeding in life, about getting to that next level, about just wanting to be better, period. How serious are you about this? Because life is going to happen. I feel like that's really important that's why it's so important that we work on various areas of our personal development, spiritual development, mental development, emotional development. All of this is why we need to work on this continuously, constantly. It's a test, y'all. The things that we want to do, the goals we want to achieve. And then we get these challenges in our space. Things happen. It's a test on how serious that you really are. Now, granted, things happen in our lives. We got to address it. Address it. And then proceed. I know it sounds easy. Perhaps it's easy for me to say. I know, depending on the severity of the challenge that comes into our space, it's how we address it and how long we address it. I get that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I just want to take this time to encourage you to keep on going. Don't let these challenges, take you out of the game, take you off your journey. Keep doing what you want to do. You know in your heart of hearts, in your spirit, that you want to be better. You want life. You want your life. You want to live a better life for yourself, for your family, for the people around you, for your loved ones, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to take this moment to encourage you. Let's go. I'm going through a thing right now as well, as I mentioned before. And I could have easily, and I'm not trying to, just like make light of anything, but I went to a funeral, a homegoing service this past weekend. And I could have easily just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to put some things on hold, until I get over what I need to get over, address it, and I can, move forward. And I get it. It's harder for some than others. I totally get it. Do what you need to do to address your challenges. That's all part of the journey as well. We can ignore the challenge. That's an option. We can address the challenge, as I mentioned before. That's an option. And it's all good. It's all part of the journey. We must understand this. It's all part of the journey. And it can only make us stronger. It can only make us wiser. It can only make us better. We're going to be better for it, right? So we can bulldoze over those obstacles, or we can pick up the pieces and kind of put the pieces together accordingly and then move forward. It's all good. We all go through it. We all go through it. But it's all good. It is all good. So we are transitioning from the first quarter to the second quarter. As I mentioned before, the second quarter is going to start in a few hours. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in this second quarter? How are you going to make the second quarter better than the first quarter? What are your plans? Are you continuing to stick with your New Year's resolutions? And I want to ask you this as well. I want you to be mindful of this. The things that you're doing, the actions that you are taking on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, whatever you are doing, is it lining up with your goals? I want us to be intentional in doing that. You know, I've lost my focus from time to time in the first quarter of 2025. And I recognize that and I understand that. So that's one of my goals, is to fine-tune my focus. You feel me? That's one of my goals. And that's what we're going to work on. Like I always say, we are a continued work in progress. Second quarter, where do you need to improve? Personal development, health and wellness, mental development, spiritual growth. Where do you need to improve? What do you need to clean up? Depending on how your first quarter went. Your first quarter could have went great. Second quarter could be better. You know, by the time you get to halftime, by the end of the second quarter, you have the potential to have this big lead going into the second half of the year 2025. So what you going to do? How are you going to improve? Think about it. Think about it. Again, let's make sure that our actions align with our vision, with what we have planned, of the goals that we set for ourselves. If you're sticking with your New Year's resolutions where it requires you to do something throughout the year, keep it up. Keep up the great work. And if you've fallen off, it's time to get back up. It's all good. I mean, we all fall off, right? As many times as you fall could be as many times as you get back up. It don't even matter how many times you fall. What counts is how many times you get back on your feet and stand up and proceed. That's all that matters. You know, we fall down, but we get up, and it's all good. Brush yourself off, brush the dust off, you know. If you got some scabs on your knees, you know, put a Band-Aid on it, some hydro peroxide, whatever you need to do. You know, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I just wanted to offer some encouragement for the second quarter as we get up out of the first quarter, man. But you know what? For many of us, for some of us, the first quarter went better than we deserve, better than we think, despite anything. Yes, it might have been great, but it's only going to get greater. Yes, first quarter didn't go as well as you would like. But you know what? You did better than what you thought. You know what I'm saying? You did better than what you thought you did in the first quarter. And it's all good. Let's make it better. That's all we can do. Let's make it better. Peace and blessings to you as you continue your journey. So let me know what you think, man. Again, if you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know, how did your first quarter go? Did it go swell? Did it go swellingly? It didn't go as good as you wanted to, but hey, we gonna put in some work in the second quarter. Is that what you're telling yourself? Have you fallen off? It's all good. Just get back up and get back on that horse, baby. Let's go. And what do you have in store? What are your plans for the second quarter? How are you going to make it better? How are you going to improve? What improvements do you need to make for the second quarter? Once again, feel free to leave a comment, whether it's an Instagram or it's YouTube. I would love to receive your feedback. So I am Reggie B, aka the Growth Advocate, and I appreciate you all tuning into this live stream on Instagram and YouTube. And until the next time, keep growing and keep going.